The case that was the most personally rewarding to me was when I worked sex crimes. I responded early in the morning from home to a woman who someone had entered her apartment by removing a screen and had raped her in her apartment. She lived alone. And actually, I think the real hero in this case, not that I thought I was a hero, but the real hero was the criminalist who looked at the crime scene and said, I bet this guy leaned on the doorway and peered through the bedroom to see that she was alone. So he dusted that doorway and way up high found a palm print. Well, we worked the case. We never came up with anyone. So years later, I was not even working sex crimes anymore. I was working homicide. I happened to have a cup of coffee one morning with our fingerprint examiner at the police department, and he was telling me about a case where a woman looked out her window and saw a guy outside her neighbor's window removing his clothing. She called the police right away, and they got there before he got into the house. Well, I remembered this case, and it had probably been 5 years. And the description was the guy had blonde hair, and the woman in my original case that went unsolved, she said he had blonde hair. That's all we had to go on. So I had them compare the palm prints from the guy who was just arrested for the palm prints at the crime scene several years ago, and it was a match, and that made me feel great. And of course I was able to get him to confess. But I sat him down and I said, we're going to talk about something that only 3 people in the world know about: you, me, and that woman. And he didn't know what I was talking about, and when I told him, then he at least had the goodness to give it up and admit it, and he went away for many years. So that was probably my most rewarding case.